Hello and welcome to Winners Winners. Yet again, another week of football. We're up to round six now, and as per usual, guys, I'll be giving you my tips and predictions for round six upcoming. My tipping of late, we've had a couple of bleak weeks since I tipped nine back in round three. We've gone five, six, and six. So I'm up there. I'm still in the top 10% of tippers in the country. So hang tight, guys, and we'll get stuck into it. We're here to tip some winners. So tonight we've got Carlton v the Doggies live at Etihad Stadium. Look, I'm tipping the Doggies in this one, but I'm going to tip Carlton at the line. So plus the 15.5 in that game. I just think Carlton are due for a win, so it wouldn't surprise me if they do win, but I'm tipping the Doggies just. So yeah, back the Doggies for the win, and for the value, $1.95, Carlton good plus 15.5. We go to Geelong v the Swannies tomorrow down in the Cattery tomorrow afternoon. Look, I keep saying Geelong are no good, but they keep proving me wrong. They keep winning. But I'm still anti-Geelong. I don't believe in their list, and I believe that the Swannies are going to go down there and cause a little bit of an upset. Swannies are paying $2.90 plus, so good value for the Swans, and I've always liked the Swans, so I'm tipping the Swannies $2.90. So we'll move on to North Melbourne v Port Adelaide at Etihad Stadium. North Melbourne tipped the Kangaroos. That was a good $3 outside of last week, and they're paying just about $2.20 against Port Adelaide. Port Adelaide, after winning their first three, have lost the next three and sit ninth. Look, North Melbourne, amazingly, is sitting fifth. So the fact that it's getting played in Melbourne, if North can bring that same endeavour that they showed against the Hawks last week, watch out Port Adelaide, because North are no easy pushovers. They're, I think, proving quite a few pundits wrong about their form in 2018. So go the Kangaroos, paying $2.30. GWS v the Lions over in Western Sydney. I think this is just pretty much a safe bat, straight down the line. You'd expect the GWS to simply be too classy and handle the Lions with no problem, but you just never know in this game. So as long as GWS show up and play their potential, paying $1.11, I'd be tipping the GWS Giants in that one. Hawks v St Kilda. Hawks got absolutely smacked off the park by the Kangaroos last week, which was pretty disappointing performance, but without the gunplays in Puopolo and Rioli, the Hawks definitely are being shown to be a little bit more vulnerable. I don't think they bat that deep. I think their best team is pretty good and very competitive with anyone in the comp, but I think once you start batting down the order, it's a little bit of a struggle town for the old Hawkers, and they come up against a St Kilda side who were fantastic against GWS. They ended up drawing 73 apiece last weekend. And look, this game's, look, the odds say, to kill the $3, Hawks are about $1.30. I'm tipping the Saints. I've got a funny feeling they've been thereabouts. They're pretty pathetic against Geelong up in the Cattery, but I mean, that I know I keep saying Geelong are no good, but St Kilda are still a young, up-and-coming side. And I remember about round 15 last year, they smacked the eventual premiers off the park, which was Richmond's last loss of the year, by the tune of about 70 points. So if St Kilda bring their A game, watch out Hawks. So I'm going to go Saints in that game. We'll go to Crows v the Suns over at the Adelaide Oval. Pretty much another straightforward game here. Crows don't lose too many at home, especially against lower ranked sides. So we'll be going for the Crows in that game. We'll go to Sunday afternoon footy. Bombers v Melbourne. I think it's $1.83 a piece. I don't rate any of these sides. I rate Melbourne more than I do Essendon. So if you're going to have a bet in this one, I'd be going Melbourne, $1.83 on the nose. I just think Melbourne have got the better list and play not badly, play quite well at Etihad, even though they don't play there very well. But from what I've seen of Melbourne and Bombers, I'd be going, Melbourne in that one. Bombers were very lacklustre on Anzac Day. Go the Melbourne Demons. The Collingwood Magpies had a good win against the Essendon Bombers on Anzac Day. come up against my beloved Tigers. Now, I've always said this right from the very beginning. Never take my tip on the Tigers, but I tip them every week, and they're 4 or 5 and sit on top of the ladder. And I'm telling you, they will go back to back. I've got a funny feeling. I called it last year, and I'll keep saying it. People give me a little bit of stick about it. I'm too cocky and all this. But if you look at Richmond's depth, they bat probably 32 deep. So you take one small key forward or one quick medium winger or midfielder or backman, it's like for like, and they all play the same structures. They've got an unbreakable bond that started in the 2016-2017 pre-season, and if you just watch the way they play, I mean, they're unbelievable to watch. I watched them live on a Tuesday night, Anzac Day Eve game, and basically they just kept hunting Melbourne, hunting, and basically it's like 12 rounds of boxing. They just, did the knockout blow when it mattered, and they were just simply the better side. So the Tigers are paying $1.46, so the Tigers all the way in this game. And the Western Derby, Freo v the Eagles, both these sides in really good form. It's going to be a huge crowd at Optus Stadium over in the West. West Coast currently sitting in second position, and I think the Freo Dockers are 6th or 7th on 3 wins, who have been in pretty good touch. So both teams in touch, but I'll be back to the Dockers. Fremantle, $2.15. I mean, in a flip of the coin game. I don't think these sides will feature in September. Maybe one of them might finish maybe later down 7th or 8th if they get lucky. But, for the value, back to Freo. I'll be tipping Freo. And, guys. So I'm just currently up here in the Bellarine Peninsula. And if you're ever down this part of Victoria, make sure you go cruising down the Great Ocean Scenic Roads, because it's a beautiful place down here, and I recommend it to anyone. So if you are going to have a bet, guys, remember, always gamble responsibly, and may the winners be on your side over this weekend. Have a fantastic weekend, guys. Arrivederci and ciao.